Hello, my name is Lucas. This is a bit of lit, and I was tagged in the good books with bad endings tag. There are no prompts. I will tag knitting books, etc. again, and I will also tag Around the Weird, Mr. Nothing. This is just a prompt to talk about books that were great, or at least pretty good, until the ending. And that's it. I'm going to give 3 answers, and my first one, I'm actually going to cheat a little bit. They're just books that I thought were fine, and then just had the wildest nonsense at the end. First one is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This has been on every list ever for time immemorial. No one ever born has not heard of this book because it's been on every list for all of time as a bestseller. I don't know why. It's okay. It's about a young girl that grows up by herself, had an abusive father for a while, and she meets some other men who are quite terrible. And she raises herself and learns to live by herself and all these other things. She meets another man, and by the end of the book, the very end of the book, she has killed somebody, and she gets out of trouble from that. But it's pretty clear that she does it. I just think, like, the last chapter, from what I remember, sort of makes this even more clear and says it, like, absolutely directly. But it was so obvious already, and I think, like, there was this poet this whole time in the book, and we find out who the poet was. And I just thought that was so stupid. I really hated it. The book was fine up until the point. I just really did not care for the... Not even not cared. I really did not like the last chapter. Finding out who the poet was obvious. Finding out absolutely she killed... And also what the poet was writing about, like... It was an okay book. And then it was just... bad. Okay. I thought the ending was bad. Just because it was already clear to me, all these things. Like, you didn't need to tell me because I already knew. And you didn't open it up to any other kind of suggestion. There was only one person it could have been. So that's my problem with the book. That's about it. Otherwise, it's fine. I'm actually going to go with a play, another one that's fine. I mean, the Two Gentlemen of Verona. The two gentlemen of Verona are, not very good men. And by the end of the play, like, they're just not very good. But it's a perfectly fine, serviceable play, and we got a little bit of cross-dressing from one of the women in the play who actually enjoy her character. And then, by the end of the play, there's one of the men, I forget who, I've tried to block this out of my memory. One of the men decides he has to have her and threatens her with assault of a certain kind. It's quite horrifying and scary. And that's bad enough. And then, like, the way I remember it, he meets up with this other guy, and all the problems are sort of resolved, and they just sort of trade this woman freely. What? It's well known for its that problematic part. God. Man. I've read that play twice, man. I think I made a video about it. It's very uncomfortable. much worse in its implications and how it happens. I mean, literally out of nowhere, they just, oh, yeah, you can have her now. No problem. Anyway, the last one, the book is actually, from what I remember, it's like kind of cool and like there's a lot of action and exciting parts. It does have a really batshit insane ending. It's also the ending of C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia. That is the last battle. Maybe I've blocked this out of my memory completely. Maybe I actually did not like it. I can't remember. Because it turns out that all the characters that you've come to know and love and care about from 5 books ago and 4 books ago, and then I can't remember if you see them. Let me think. No, not 4 books ago. I don't remember the order. Anyway, the characters that have come to Narnia many times over, you find out they're all dead. And they've actually gone to heaven. And they all died in a train. And thematically, yes, I get it. It belongs here. It makes sense. But why? This is so ridiculous. I hate it. I just, I already had mixed feelings about the books. I love the, like, sort of prequel to The Chronicles of Narnia. Can't remember off the top of my head what the book is called, but it has Jadis or whatever, who is the White Witch before she becomes the White Witch. And we're introduced to Aslan, and there's some other characters that are not the 4 that we know from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That book is dope. I love that book. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, pretty good. I enjoy it a lot. There's some really interesting elements to it. Prince Caspian, yeah, that's really cool. We've got some cool characters there, and I forget what are the other ones. I don't remember. There's one really racist one that I don't like. Even though it has like some of the coolest action and stuff, it's just, yeah, the Silver Chair, is that it? Oh, the Silver Chair has some really wild stuff in it too, but the last battle is just like, why did they have to die? Okay, why? I don't understand. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, that one's pretty okay. The Magician's Nephew, that's one that I really like. And what is the one that's really racist? I can't find it. I can't remember. Well, it's The Last Horse or something? Not The Last Horse. The Boy and His Horse, that's it. It could be the best one, easily, if it wasn't so heinously racist, but, it's kind of a up, down, up, down, up, down. No, up, down, way down, up, down, up. Drops off the face of the earth. It just... This is more an emotional response to, internally how I was feeling. Just, let me die, okay? Because I just had to suffer through this, okay? So did the millions of people that had to read this garbage, okay? Fans, okay? Maybe some people like it, But for me, I hate it. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.